Hi, I was about to say I'm having an afternoon off, but I'm in fact not in any way because what is an afternoon off um, in the world of, well, modern life? Um, Took the kids to get the vaccinations, dropped Evan off at his carpentry class where he is starting to do proper heritage boat building today. They're starting a new project. So happy he's doing that because, I mean, opportunities to do that sort of thing, even in an island nation like ours, are few and far between. So it really is a great opportunity. Um, and so me and Doc, my eldest dog, are here together, quiet house, and I'm getting on with some web work. Here's Doc. Say hi, Doc. Doc. Hey. Yeah. He's an old boy. He doesn't get out of the house much because he's all a bit creaky. So yeah, you'll see a lot more of the other two. But we love him, and do you know what? He's just living his life the way he needs to, and who can help but appreciate that? Um, so yeah, I'm doing some web things for myself. I've got I've got kind of a web framework that I use. Is kind of the way I think that WordPress should work in my head, and it's something that I've been building over a few years, and it runs several of my freelance sites. And um, I'm trying to get the joy back because I think I lost the joy of coding and web and things like that just because of some, well, pretty toxic situations professionally over the last few years. But it's fun. I'm trying to I'm just trying to get everything updated. I'm trying to make just a few cool new features like algorithms that are going to help me to um, integrate with YouTube and um, bulk amend images and things like that. Um, Sounds completely dull, I'm sure, to most of you, and I guess it is in some ways, but it's things that can power my sites and do things more efficiently. Um, Need to get all my blogs and content and things updated, and I've been I've been asked to join another group in town. We have an old community centre that hasn't been in use for a number of years, and the council's now trying to sell it off. So I was invited along to a big meeting yesterday where we're going to try and kind of fight the man. Um, you know, community assets like that shouldn't be sold off. They should be kept in community use, and indeed in this case put back into community use. So I've been asked to use my web powers for good rather than evil, which is always a positive thing. And I'm going to be setting up petitions and things like that. Um, so yeah, again, it's as I was saying yesterday. I need to be aware of this kind of productivity um, mentality. Productivity is great. Being productive is great as long as it's got to be sustainable, but also it's got to be, it's not an end in itself. I can't just say must do things all the time, must do things, because that's just really not going to be, you know. I mean, it's a very kind of corporate Tory way of looking at things. You know, what life should be about is experience. Yes, it should be sustainable, which means that there are things that need to be done. You know, people need to be looked after, kids need to be fed, bills need to be paid. But productive for its own ends is not really a thing that makes sense. I think that's. I mean, there's obviously a bit of a conflict in my head about this because it's something that I've always just not that I was drilled into me, but that barring proper examples of how I'm supposed to be as a person, um, it was just kind of the way that I worked. If anything needed doing, I did it myself. I wasn't good at asking for help. I wasn't good at understanding what self-worth means. For a long time, self-worth to me just meant I have achieved X, Y, Z today, and therefore I am worthy or worth more than if I hadn't. And it's just not black and white like that. Self-care is also a really important thing. So, yes, I'm still struggling with the mental health side of things. It's not been the best week for that. It was always going to be this way, though. Always. Like, there's no question. I knew that when I embarked on this, I was going to have major doubts. I was going to have major kind of panics. My wife has been absolutely amazing. She made me a little book. It's upstairs, but I'll show it you another time. She got up before I did yesterday. Sometimes she just wakes up really early and gets up, and she woke me up with a coffee and this little book, just basically saying it's all things that are things that make me worthy, things that make me a good person, like being a good dad, being fun, spending time with my kids, and it was just really, really nice because I feel like I've got. Is this stuff? Is it? I can't say that I. It's not like I suddenly feel like I've got backup. Of course I do. We've been married for 17 years, and she's my rock, and we've always been together. But just, I think being reminded, particularly when my brain is just trying to tell me really, really, really loudly that no, 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 no. This is all you. You're responsible and you alone. And if you don't make things work, then that's a failure on your part. That's not the case. Yeah. It's hard though. It really is hard. So yeah. It's a lot to process. I have been down the bothy today, put a new lock on just in case, because I really didn't know who might still have a key to the old lock. Met a couple of people, made a couple of calls, the usual sort of stuff, trying to organise the trades, trying to figure out where I can order a pneumatic drill to break apart some concrete in the yard. And overall, I think my wife put it best. She said just one step at a time. Just keep taking steps. Every step forward, gets you towards a goal, whatever that be. And they don't have to be big steps. Just one step at a time. Just keep going. Just keep going. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I think there is a real chance I'm going to have maybe tomorrow and potentially another day off doing the hard physical work and focus on my code, focus on that side of things, because once I get all this sorted, freelance is going to be another potential income. I've done a lot of freelance before. I know there's always work out there. I've just got to kind of get back into that headspace. But yeah, I'm on a roller coaster, ups and downs.